never mind. Snow tires gave up. It's all smoke. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. Okay, I have finally gotten to a red light, so I might be able to give you a little bit of a idea of the launch. Actually, no, but I'll give you a little acceleration anyway. See the speedo, and we'll go. So started at about 5, and there we go, 6. Okay, I'm not really going to try to work a launch here, but just to give you a little idea of the fun turbo-ness and the goofy sounds these cars make. Thought that'd be a good way. There you go. Now, yeah, unfortunately, great camera work, by the way. Thank you. I just need a different set of tires to make that happen. I'm gonna do a quick walk around in case I forgot anything. I'm really trying to avoid there being any surprises. I'm not looking to haggle and do all this sort of thing and have you find something left out. So, sorry for the length of all this. I just really want it to be complete. I don't want to surprise anyone with what they find when they get here. So, there it is. Alright, about out of battery. Didn't want to forget about the trunk. Oh, there's one of the floor mats. So, nothing hugely wrong with it that I'm aware of. I think it's good. Put those Pioneer 3-way 6x9s in there, and those towels keep it from rattling. A couple amps back here at the 1000-watt explode. Of course, not really running it at 1000. And using that one for my subs actually in the current configuration. Stereo comes with the car, otherwise I won't be wasting time on this. I'm actually running that for the 6x9s and that little monoblock sub amp for, at the moment, just one sub. I got a big Serwin. Oh, well, I'm opening up the windows. Might as well show you. Alright, typical moonroof, and, well, maybe not typical in the fact that it works very well. Motor's good. It's running a little slow because the car's not actually running. It's good. Here we got our driver's side window. Probably should have started the car for this. And the radar detector, not included, is giving me some warnings. Okay, so windows do go down, as they should. While I'm here, power seats. Work. Slowly, again, probably should have the motor running for this. And that one works as well. Take me back. Of course, I'm moving with the seat, so probably not getting too much of an effect in the actual video. Alright, interior, we looked at the gauges in the running video. They're good. I tried to wire them well and do everything properly, and just kind of got it in, made sure it worked, and was going to clean it up later, and that later never comes with me, at least with my car stuff. So floors are solid. You'd have to really get the camera under there, and I don't have a lift right now. I'm not going to bother, to tell you the truth. They're good. And carpet is good. Glove box is busted. Happy I noticed that. This stuff's all scarred up here. These panels. Not sure how that happened. It just did. It's that way when I got the car. I'm missing this one piece. I have it somewhere. I will find it. Back seats are also quite good. Extra mic case in there in case you need a microphone case. Okay, this is the only tear. It's not even a tear. It just seems to be re-sewn. It's good. And the ceiling, very saggy. Needs to be replaced. It's not repairable. Here's the back deck, if anyone cares. I'm going into the minutia of it because this is what I like to know when I buy a car. This is just tape to kind of try to fend off this sagginess here. Alright, probably giving you motion sickness. And of course, that's when it looks its ugliest. See everything flapping in the wind. It doesn't touch your head. I'm 6'1", and it doesn't bug me, but it's something you're going to want to fix for sure. Alright, and that is probably what we're going to do for the interior. Take one more look at the back because I feel like I didn't really cover it. Covered my plate. It's what's done on the internet. Not too sure why. But, there it is. Alright, we're in the interior a little bit. I'm going to try to keep this brief and short. I tend to keep talking. I'm just going to show you gauges work, car makes boost, all that kind of stuff. There's some boost. actually set it up to run about 20 pounds, and it'll hold that. Usually they keep it a little less. It's the interior. Here's the switch console here. This is the meth. Do the alcohol injection on this. That's just the fan. Got it off the pulley. Save some horsepower, mostly space. And this is just to light up the boost gauge in the middle, which in the sunlight you can't see. Everything works. Speedo works. Those miles are original. Get some gas in there. I was kind of hoping to give you an idea of a pull. I'm on snow tires right now, so launches are kind of out of the question. But you know, I got a little bit of room. We'll see if we get one from a stop later. But there, I did a 45 to 65. I'd have to look at the clock on that to see how fast it did it. But it's got huge mid-range, fair top end. The bottom, once you get out of that boost lag, it will pull really, really well for you. Since we're in the interior, what else can I show you? Oil pressure gauge works, tach works. Oil temperature gauge has never been connected. Not yet, probably never will be, but it came as part of the cluster. Boost gauge is a little sticky, but it works. I would probably get that switched out. It sticks between 0 and 5 pounds, so it's like nothing, and then it shows. So that is the inside with the car running. We're gonna probably do another one to show you the flaw or two. There's a few, but there's more right than there is wrong with the car, that's for sure. I'll try to get a launch on here as well, but I'm gonna try to keep it short, so we're gonna pack it up right here. You know what? I'll make note of I had the oil pump modified to be very high output. The car is well warm, as you can see, and it's still pumping up to 60 psi. There's temperature gauge. That's warm for the car. I got a 160 in there, so that's pretty much top temperature for the coolant. What you want to have for a car that boosts a lot. This clock does not work. The stereo, however, does. We'll talk about the stereo more later. It comes with the car. I'm going to keep the subs and everything in it. But I did want to make note of that oil pressure gauge, because it shows the extra goodness that you get. Okay, that's that, and we'll be back with some flaws next. I hope you minimize the noise, but it turns out to be an extremely windy day, and we have what we have. Anyway, this is the video I was most dreading shooting, because probably just go right now, but we're going to get closer, and this is going to be the flawed section. This is all the things that are wrong, and most of them have to do with the paint. We got a couple rust spots and some other anomalies. This is what's killing the car. I'm going to go straight on. We're into the sun, and I think you can see that good 30% of the paint on the hood is pretty much well faded off. It was painted by an idiot. Explanations will be in text. You know what? While we're on the top, trim. You know, I used to touch this up every other year or so, and it would hold. My daughter was born and ran out of time for it, so I'm selling the car. I do actually still have the turbo badges, the 3.8 turbo liter, 20 liter turbo badges that would go there. I think I have both sides, and I have the 6 badges as well. I just kind of like to debadged. So here's probably our biggest problem is rust there. You can see in the places. Rust here, it's popping out. And I think that was right where the badge used to sit. Moisture got stuck under there. Wheel wells, I don't know if this is any interest. Frame's straight and solid. Everything's pretty good mechanically. Sure, everything's great mechanically. Alright, so let's find more rust. Got the typical spots here. And the bumper fillers are gone. Bumper's fine. This isn't from a hit. This is from ice. It was outside. Snow came down, melted, filled it out. This became water, then refroze, expanded out as ice, and just punched them all out. It's most of the front as well. Same paint issues here, and same paint issues on the roof. Just had it through the car wash. I wasn't going to wash it. Thought that was cheating. Now there's much to wash. And the roof did not leak on me. I thought I fixed it last fall, and I was not confident that it worked, but it seems to have. It was a drainage problem. The drain tubes were blocked up. Now we're into the sun. Anyway, same thing on the other side. Trim's a little rough, and of course the window sealers are rough, and this is pretty bad with the paint on it, or not on it. That's the case, it was more accurately. Oh, I'm gonna hate listening to myself talk on the way back when I hear this again. Okay, moving on. We have all this badness here. Same thing, it just needs to be painted. There's no rust on this side at all that I am aware of. How can I see? I don't, probably not enough light to even get a good look, but front end's new, everything's new, for the most part newish. Back, frame shot here. I think we're going to start the engine. Actually, we'll just go under the hood first. So that is the flood outside. Okay, I'm going to open up the windows for the next video, get some light inside, and you can see what's going on there. Okay, we are going to look under the hood. Basically, I'm only shooting this so you can hear there's no knocks, no electric or anything like that. Playing with some of the stuff that doesn't look right is actually doing there. You know what, since we're here, I'm going to show you the check valve on this meth system is a little bit wonky, but I'm going to show you that the meth system does pump and do what it's supposed to do. The way to test that most easily without, you know, pulling up and bracing yourself up against the wall is to pull a vacuum line off the brain of the meth, right there, and then that'll simulate zero vacuum. And it will give you a little bit of a spray under zero vacuum. It really is kind of, it gives you the beans when you're under boost. So it's adjustable. You run it balanced between boost, which it has under vacuum adjustment, and RPM adjustment. I've run it about half and half. I never got the time to really tune it, but it's nice. Obviously, you see it just goes through here through a nitrous sprayer. Right in. I was not comfortable with a nut being over my carburetor, ready to fall in, and wasn't too thrilled about the idea of drilling into my intake. So, not the perfect spot for it, but it gets the cold stuff where you want it, and it works really well. Okay, so back to the meth. That's what this bottle is. There's a little motor in the bottom of it. Everything's wired up. It's done well. It's not pretty. So that's something out of the ordinary. Obviously, I mentioned before, with the electric fan, you can actually, that's how I actually stood in there. It was pretty nice to have the room to work with. Okay, this alternator, I will have to put in text. I can't remember the name of it. The best stuff, it's a Master, 130 amp, something crazy like that. It's pretty nice. It's chrome, it polishes up. I just don't do that, though I probably should. Proform distributor went in year and a half ago, so about 1,000 miles converted, you know, full vacuum units, which is what you want to have. You know, the standard recipe, dryer ducting, and the K&N cone filter. This is original. It does taper really small. I never had the heart to swap it out because it's just so definitive with the Turbo Buick. I think it might be a little bit of a clearance issue with that. There's my shiny turbo. That was shiny. I did pay for the powder coating on it. It lasted, oh, I don't know, I got about 6 months out of it. It was all black and cool looking. Okay, the horrible wiring. I just didn't want to cut it. I was too afraid. I thought, oh no, I'll miss it one day. It's completely off the computer. The red one, that's just my tap for the meth. The distributor tap's down there too. Battery's getting low because I can't stop talking. So that's what I use. The wiring stereo comes off there, meth, fan, relays for the fan. It's good to have redundancy in there. And I'm not quite sure where I put the relay for the meth. Somewhere under here in a very clever professional place. I believe that is, it sure looks like part of the cruise control, but I actually think it might have to do with the stock boost gauge, which doesn't work. I never investigated it. It should. Not complicated. It might be worth a look if you're into that sort of thing, which I kind of was, but not enough to do anything about it. Okay, that is under the hood. Never really took a great look at the front, the exterior. Bezels, paint's falling off. Paint's falling off. Same with the filler, I had mentioned that. Nothing bad here. A little bit of surface rust on the bumpers. Nothing too horrible. I think that's got it. Oh, power intake doesn't work, and also it got snipped off. so you can get radio with it if you're into that. And I'm just going to do a couple more exterior shots on what little battery I have left. Sorry for talking so much, but again, I would want to know. Oh, radiator. Relatively new. You know what? I'll tell you, the only thing that's not new under here is the power steering pump. That is original. Every pulley's been changed. Everything except the exhaust on this motor is new, relatively. The whole thing in the area of 45,000. Bottom, top, everything is done. So it's solid. Suspension, brakes, blah blah. I'll put it in the text. Call it.